Silicon Valley, right? If you look at Silicon Valley, which is one of the least regulated sectors of our economy, you have a bunch of people who believe that they're able to go out and make happy lives for themselves, producing wonderful products that are going to hopefully make other people's lives happier. That, you know, a Steve Jobs feels that he can create a product that he himself would want to play with, and that it's going to not only make him a lot of money, but improve the lives of everyone. In that sector, when I look at those innovators, you know, when they're not being hauled before Congress these days, which is what happens, right? But, you know, they have a vision of making the world a better place and making themselves happy in the process. Yes. So, I mean, there's going to be all kinds of different ways, but this is probably a discussion for the Q&A period that we want to do. But I think that there is a lot in terms of the ethics. You know, that this book is more focused on politics, but I think that there's two things. As I said, I just said that they're the least regulated, one of the least regulated sectors. The fact that they are routinely able to act according to their own judgment and witness the results and experience the benefit of the results, and then go on to use the money to donate to, you know, further their own values. So for example, you and I are going to probably disagree with the content of the curriculum that Mark Zuckerberg and his wife have put together, right? There's some kind of, I forget what it's called, summit, is that right? The high-tech curriculum. It was in the New York Times recently, and I was noting that on social media. But the idea of using technology to make an individually tailored education available more broadly and more cheaply to tons of students, it's a wonderful, very value-oriented idea. So can you imagine, you make Facebook, you make a ton of money, you get people more connected. I think Zuckerberg is earnest in what he's trying to pursue. I think I disagree a lot with him on politics. I'm very disappointed, and I criticize Facebook on Facebook all the time. But I think he's very earnest, very productive, very value-oriented. And, you know, being able to be free to act according to your own judgment, to produce wonderful things that improve people's lives and see the results and get rich, and then be able to take the money that you earn and further other values of you. Like you say, I have this vision to improve education. Imagine how happy you'd be, right? But there's a lot of people who are, unfortunately, mired in areas that are a lot more regulated, where they're not able to have that experience. And increasingly, we might see that Silicon Valley tech tyranny, sorry Tucker, is going to come under more and more regulation, and we're not going to see as much productivity and as much benevolence and happiness and exuberance from these tech giants. They're going to become beleaguered as well. This isn't the Q&A. I'm so sorry I started this, but I love having feedback. I'm a natural kind of teacher, and I like to, at a certain point, go to the audience too. But so one thing I would like to do is say, okay, I agree, at least in certain